Welcome to the Alma Aquaculture Research Station. My name is Greg, and I am part of the Aquadocs team. Today I'll be showcasing the amazing research and incredible facilities found at the Alma Research Station. We'll be walking you through how the facilities operate and what work is done on the farm. This facility houses over 2,600 square meters of floor space on its 21.4 hectare plot of land. This space is used to carry out University of Guelph research as well as create aquaculture products for the Ontario industry. The Alma Aquaculture Research Station was originally a rainbow trout farm in the 1970s and 80s, but the land was converted from 1988 to 1993 into the state-of-the-art facility that exists today. Together, the Ontario Ministry and the University of Guelph have agreed upon two main objectives: mandating the research and development of relevant primary producers, and creating and maintaining special quarantine facilities for the production of exotic and imported species. Access to cutting-edge laboratories and some of the top personnel in the country through the university partnership has proven fruitful through the years. The focus of the research at the station is varied and includes topics such as breeding and genetics culture methodology, fish health, welfare and behavior, nutrition, growth and reproductive physiology, and waste management. Not only equipped with aquaculture tools, the facility employs 5 permanent staff and hires many students each year. We had the opportunity to interview Dr. Marcia Chasson, the farm manager.
Personally, I do believe in the sustainability of aquaculture. I think that we have a long way to go to get there. We're by no means perfect, and we are constantly learning and changing as we go. We're also battling basically consumer perception of our product as well, because agriculture has been around for centuries, and so no one questions going to the grocery store and buying either meat or produce, right? That's just something that we all expect that we're going to do. But from that consumer perception piece, they still think of products like fish and seafood as being wild and natural and all of these things, and therefore they judge aquaculture perhaps unfairly.
In its simplest terms, aquaculture can be defined as the farming of aquatic organisms like fish, algae, and kelp. It's a growing industry and is essential for the maintenance of fisheries and the sustainable production of aquatic organisms. Research benefits the industry. Considering our changing climate, researchers are eager to learn how fish populations respond to changing environmental conditions. The research station can shed light on these issues by growing and examining a variety of species and keeping close tabs on genetic and environmental relationships.
The opportunity that we have in growing fish in a contained environment where we're able to give the animals a good environment to live in, a good environment to grow in, we're able to control the inputs, we're able to treat the outputs, and it also eliminates the need to go out to the wild and harvest, perhaps irresponsibly.
Let's take a look at the husbandry cycle of the permanent residents here at the research station.
Those broodstock animals, we hold them in our outdoor lab, which is those large circular tanks that were original to the farm. And they basically just hang out there all year round until it's time for spawning season when they're needed to do their thing.
The males are milted for their sperm and ripe females are stripped for their eggs.
So our broodstock are tagged with pit tags so that we can tell individuals apart. When we take our fish out of our raceways for spawning, we sedate them, we scan for the pit tag, we'll collect either the eggs or the sperm, and then each fish gets weighed and gets measured so that we can track their growth.
After a careful quality assessment, the eggs and sperm are combined to fertilize externally in the lab.
After the eggs are fertilized in the lab, we then will weigh the egg mass so that we can get an idea of how many eggs we started with, because for us it's really important to keep track of our mortality so that we can get an understanding of how successful each family was.
The fertilized eggs are carefully washed to remove excess sperm.
we put the eggs into our incubators, and in our case, we like to use the stacked incubator trays.
The incubation period lasts for about 40 days for rainbow trout at 8.5 degrees Celsius, and for about 80 days for the Arctic char, which are kept at cooler temperatures around 4.5 degrees Celsius.
After we hatch them out, they spend about a year in our hatchery, where we'll grow them up to about 20 grams, and then from there we move them from the hatchery into our grow out tank. And so for us, we will grow them out in 2-meter tanks, and we'll keep them at stocking densities from and we usually start them at around 60 kilograms per cubic meter. And with the char, we can get them up to about 100, 110 kilograms per cubic meter without any issue. So we grow the fish till they get really dense, and then once they get dense, we split them into more tanks. That stage, we actually transition them from belt feeders onto demand feeders, and they're really low maintenance from there on out.
The diet is carefully controlled to maximize health and efficient growth. The staff initially hand feed the char to train the fish on the demand feeders.
And then at the very end, so about a year before we are harvesting them, we move them from the indoor tank to our outdoor tank, which is where we do our final finishing.
The char are taken off food for about 3 days before shipping and are sent to various consumers and markets throughout Ontario. Some eggs are sold to other hatcheries for production.
We'll keep about 5,000 fish back from every spawning season as kind of our general population. So I keep those around in case someone comes and says, hey, I've got a research project, do you have any fish?
In 2019, 400,000 eggs and fingerlings were sent to commercial farms. One of the main goals for aquaculture is to provide a sustainable way for fish to be produced and consumed. Overfishing and unsustainable practices in the ocean are having a devastating effect on the ecosystem. The farm has goals to improve their sustainability efforts, and the staff recognize that there's a long way to come to make land-based aquaculture fully sustainable. Efforts such as reducing the energy input and carbon footprint of land-based farms are goals the Alma Aquaculture Research Station are looking to tackle. The farm works tirelessly to maintain a sustainable and ethical practice and has been certified by OceanWise, which guarantees an ocean-friendly seafood choice. Working together with other students and researchers in the field is a major draw for this program. The research station provides an ideal workspace for students and researchers looking to further the aquaculture industry. From student volunteers to full-time positions to researchers needing a space to work, this facility is a place where people can make a real difference in the world of aquaculture. Through community involvement, outreach, and active research, this facility is always productive.
We typically have around 700 people come through the research station every year. And that ranges from university classes to high school classes, sometimes younger. Sometimes we get Girl Guides and Boy Scouts coming through. And then we even just get adult groups that want to come through for interest day. So we do regular tours for anyone who wants to schedule them. And then we also host workshops where we do facility tours as well.
Being a part of the change towards a sustainable future is important for us all. Aquaculture research and development is one way to be part of the solution. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to check out the other amazing aquaculture facilities being showcased on our channel.